Greetings, greetings. Hey, hi, hello, everyone. How are we doing on this fine Tuesday night? And my internet immediately kills itself. That is so cool. All right. Are we back? Thank you, internet, for killing yourself the second that I start talking. Let's hope that that doesn't become a freaking pattern. Hey, hi, hello, everyone. Greetings. How are we all doing on this Tuesday night? I do so believe it is a Tuesday night. It is a Tuesday night. That is, and my internet killed itself again. Is that just how this is gonna go? Is that how this is gonna go? Oh, dear God. 1 second. All right, well, we're just gonna have to roll with it. Why? Why are you running? Why are you running? Honestly, get rid of all this. Bye, goodbye, goodbye. Okay, there we go. Sorry, chat. Howdy, everyone. What is up, Joe, Flippin', Austin, Hop, Juice, Moon, Adriana, Frontline? How we all doing tonight? Beep, beep, beep. Boop. That's the wrong button. Boop. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's me. I'm streaming. I'm doing a live stream. That's crazy. I actually can't believe this turn of events that turns me into a live stream. Get back here in Georgia right now. Didn't get to see you. The meet wasn't as epic. Yeah, so that was probably the biggest failure of the trip, was the meet that I didn't go to. Sorry about that. If you guys went to the meet, I hope you had fun. Ultimately, it just didn't line up with our schedule, which is unfortunate. We were a little pressed for more time. We're pressed for time more than I thought we would be, which, in case you didn't know, some people in chat said I didn't even know you were here. That was kind of the idea. Every Blade show I go to, there is usually this fucking feeling at the end of it of like, wow, that was not enough time to just hang out. That was like we had to do way too much stuff. And so I told Brandon that I would book an exclusive trip specifically just to hang out with people who live in Georgia that I only get to see at Blade Show when we're all busy. So I would take some time and actually make it like a dedicated thing where we could just kind of hang out. And that's what I did. It wasn't very content focused, but we still did get a little bit of content there for you guys. I'm actually really excited about some of the stuff that we did film. And that'll be coming out eventually TM on the Blade Bias channel that I think will be pretty super cool. But really the main goal was just to hang out. I got to hang out with Brandon, Will, Jack Pyro. I got to see. I was supposed to go, I mean, the idea was to maybe host like a Georgia meetup that I would go to. And then things just got all mixed up and it ultimately ended up being the thing that got cut. Otherwise, it was a fantastic trip. And now we're back, and now I'm here to friggin' tell you about it. Maybe. What the fuck are those? What's up, Farbos? What are those space age 1960s ass headphones? So, it's actually funny that it's the timing on this. I got back and my parents handed me a envelope with my college's address on it, and I actually got my diploma actually in the mail. I'm an official college graduate, and the reason I bring that up is because I told myself all throughout college that I would buy myself nice headphones as a graduation gift to myself, and that is exactly what I did. These are the Hi-Fi-Man Ananda Nano. In the grand scheme of like headphone gear, they're not anything super crazy, but they are certainly the most expensive headphone that I currently or will own for a while. And I got them from Hi-Fi Buys in Atlanta, not sponsored, with genuinely just a really sick shop where you can go and try a whole bunch of things, which is just, it's a super sick store. If you're at all into audio gear, I recommend you check it out. And I was very happy to not only get myself some nice headphones, but also to funnel my money straight into that little shop because those guys are awesome. Congrats. Thank you, Joe. Tell them about how horrible our weather is. The weather wasn't even that bad. It was sunny. I mean, there were a few days where like Brandon had to work on stuff, so I just kind of lounged around on the couch and slept in. It was sunny basically the whole time. There was like one day of rain, and it was at night, and it was kind of nice. I kind of enjoy the rain sometimes. So the fact... Yeah, the weather in Georgia was great. I can't complain whatsoever. It was a little hot, but when is it not in the South, you know? What's up, Tony? You didn't tell me you were in Orlando, Florida. Yeah, I didn't tell you that because I wasn't. Guys, I traveled all the way to Orlando, Florida just to troll my mod. Nice headphones, hoodie, and blanket. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you. So I came back with quite a bit of stuff. I got this guy who eats my phone and stops it from vibrating, which is honestly sick. I got the headphones, obviously. Brandon's wonderful girlfriend made me this blanket that you see behind me, which is not going to be a permanent part of my setup because I am so hot right now and this is not helping, but it's going to be here for this stream because this stream is like the return stream. And I got the hoodie at the freaking Georgia Aquarium, which is another place that I have wanted to go for a long time. And it was everything that I could have hoped it would be. I love underwater stuff. It was more than I hoped it could be. It was really, really cool. Yeah, the weather was great, Brandon. It was so awesome having you. It was so awesome being there. Brandon, you are a genuinely amazing host. So is Adriana. And I need to like properly say it. Because I think it's understating it when I say that you're an excellent host. It was amazing. It was a great trip. And honestly, as much as you guys are going to be sad to hear this, I think it was nice to freaking spend a week with a bunch of Balisong people where the whole goal wasn't to do anything Balisong related. It was pretty nice. I said this, I streamed a little bit on Instagram last night just for the fun of it. But like, if you have people that you visit during Blade Show or that you see during Blade Show and you only see them during Blade Show, I highly recommend you all try and get together outside of Blade Show. Maybe it's just because I'm a content creator and there's like a lot of stuff to do at Blade Show for me, but getting to hang out with those people outside of like the hustle bustle of in the show or after the show when everyone's tired and kind of fed up with being with other people for the day, just doing like a dedicated thing is so worth it with your Balisong buddies. What's up, Jesse? Also, man, I need a haircut real bad. There we go. That's fine. Yeah, it is super sick to get a Balisong style trip that's not centered around Balisongs. Never seen anyone from Blade Show outside of Blade Show, but I'm always on the lookout. Yeah. I mean, that advice is far more pointed at people who, like, specifically have a group that they only hang out with during Blade Show. Because that's what it is for me. I go down to Georgia to go to Blade Show, and I get to see Brandon, Will, Pyro, Ted, like all these people through the Balisong hobby only at Blade Show. So doing it outside of Blade Show is really nice. Hairs in my eyes and getting caught in the corner of my glasses and the hinges. Yeah, it is haircut time. Thankfully it's not so long that it's super like in my face like that, but once it stops listening to me, when I just kind of push it over, I push it over and it just goes straight back down. Yeah, that's how I know it is too long. Austin's not gonna cook at WCFC. That's the other thing. Blade Show. Speaking of hanging out with people outside of Blade Show is in like what, a week? When is Blade Show West? It's I think it's a week. I just looked up Blade Show week. Blade Show West. 10th and 11th. Okay, so it's like a week and a half away. It is not this weekend, it's the following weekend. Unfortunately, I won't be there. The funds that I would have used to get there were used on my Georgia trip, which is okay. I don't need to go to West. When it gets a mind of its own, yeah, basically. Saw someone flipping at the park on Sunday. Never had that happen before. Didn't get the chance to say hi. I actually saw someone... This is back when I wasn't as big in the community, but I saw someone at my college with I think they had a Squiddy. I think it was a Squiddy U on a shuttle from the campus to like the dorms. And there was someone sitting across from me who had a Squiddy U. I did not have the social chops. This was like late at night. It was a long day. I did not have the social chops to walk up and be like, "What's up, dude? You watch any Balisong YouTubers?" No, I probably wouldn't have done that, but just to strike up conversation with them. Very unfortunate you go down to Georgia just to hang out when I'm finally in a financial ability to fuck around and find out. I didn't even think about letting you know about it, Farbos, because I thought you were just... It's a far drive. Saw this little ass kid flipping a Squiddy while I was at work at Kroger. Flipping at Kroger is crazy. Although it is, yeah, it's Georgia. That makes sense. There's a few people I guess I probably should have told that I was going down, but I didn't, because I didn't think of it. It's only 300 miles. Yeah, only. It's only an 8-hour drive. Only. I just read a message I was going to read out. What was it? I'd be very inclined to if I saw someone flipping. Yeah. Me too. Especially nowadays, I think Blade Bias is at the point where I would like... It would be so funny. This is like... I don't know. Maybe this is crazy ego coming out, but it'd be so funny to go up to someone flipping and ask them like what Balisong YouTubers that they watch. And then if they say Blade Bias, say nothing. Absolutely nothing about it, and see if they recognize me. They probably won't if they watch Blade Bias specifically. That would be really funny. I lost the hair tie I've had on for nearly 8 years straight now that one of my homies gave me for it. No, you lost it? When you say you've had it on, have you, like, not taken it off, period? Oh, I see, Farbos. I see, I see. I hope you find it. I hope it's not, like, permanently lost, and now that you've told someone about it, it kind of just appears. Maybe. Rarely ever taking it off, sometimes only for working out when I'm using weight straps time to time. Oh, that sucks, dude. I hope you do find it. I'm sure you will. Ethan, favorite Balisong or other weapon you unboxed in the Amazon unboxing? I think this might be a crazy take, Brandon, but given the relative quality of everything in that unboxing, holy shit. Given the relative quality of everything in that unboxing, I'm kind of thinking the you get what I'm putting down? You picking up, you kind of get what I'm going at with that one. Those headphones are fire. Yeah, they don't look fire. They're probably not gonna. It's tough. They could be my streaming headphones going forward because they're open backs and I can hear everything that I say perfectly without any muffle at all. But they also look ridiculous, which means that they sound good. If you know, you know. Open back's the best. I agree, man. I tried, like, I gave my first real shot to some open backs while I was down in Georgia at Hi-Fi Buys, and I immediately was like, okay, I need some of this in my life. Because my other headphones, the Meze 99s that I've worn for the past 2 years, are closed backs. I know you're expecting this. I absolutely will clown on those headphones every time I see you wearing them. Yeah, I figured. The worst part is these aren't even the most ridiculous ones. Friend says he flips trainers in public places all the time. Depends where he lives. If you live in a place like Georgia, that makes sense. If you live in a place like California, that does not make sense. Bro needs the Jekyll and floats. True. No, I need a pair of friggin' budget discount Steve Jobs cooking up some shit for me that looks like I have a molecule. It looks like I have a molecule of carbon on my head. We're down here in Georgia. In Georgia, that makes sense. Brandon will literally, like, we'll be just walking around in public, sometimes even, like, in a store or something, and Brandon will just take out his Nautilus and start fidgeting with it. And I look at that, and I'm like, you are a psychopath. Good night, Adriana. Sleep well. I hope you weren't too tired today. Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Yes, the dude who looks like Steve Jobs that makes absurd headphones. Yes, his previous work includes a wearable subwoofer and makes him look like a camera. Sir, will you be attending Blade Show East in Georgia? That's the goal, but unfortunately it is far too early for me to say that for sure or not. It is way too early. How long are you going to keep that Prisma Pro? Martine literally told me to keep it until next Blade Show. Like, he said, give it to me next Blade Show East. I'm probably going to DM him sometime this month. This month being October. And be like, hey, you want me to ship this back? I'm moving to Georgia next year. That's cool. Fair enough. I'd love to meet you. Just got back into flipping with my Not V2 and Serious V4.5. I think there is a... I will give you this. I hope we are able to meet at some point. I will most... It's like more likely than not that I'll be at Blade Show East next year. It's just tough to predict, you know, 9 months in advance. How many people are in the Georgia Flippers chat, Austin? It sounds like you guys have quite the lineup, which is sick. 30 to 40. Oh my god. That is way more than I thought. Might be meeting up with Max tomorrow. Gonna be sick. Max Balisong nerd? Nearly 60. There's 60 Balisong flippers in Georgia? I guess that makes sense. Whenever I think, I have the New York effect, where when people say they're from New York, you automatically assume they're from New York City. I do that same thing, but for Georgia. Whenever someone says Georgia, I just think of Atlanta. I wonder if there are more flippers in Utah or Georgia. I think hearing that there's 60 people in that group chat, there might be more in Georgia, but I definitely think that the Utah scene contains far more of the like high level flippers. I could be wrong about that. I don't even know all the people who are in that group chat. I want to say Utah and Georgia are relatively close in quantity. That makes sense. Most of the... I mean, Texas has really got to step up their game, but if a city has Blade Show, they most likely have a pretty good scene of flippers, which is pretty cool. Very cool. I guess I shouldn't say city, if a state. There are 78 members in the Utah Discord. Is that Utah only? Like, do you have to live in Utah to be invited to that? Because if so, yeah, they're very close. $78 members. Wow. It's meant to be all in Utah, but people don't actively check. I see. So let's maybe count out like 15 of those people. Actually, maybe that's unfair. No, 78. That's a really healthy number. I would love... I've only ever been to one meetup, and it was back before Banks moved to Utah. And that was pretty cool. I would love to be in a situation where there were 60 people that could maybe realistically drive to a meetup like that. I wish I could flip sitting down. I still have beginner's elbow. Honestly, flipping like I am right now, pinning your elbow to a chair can be really good for teaching you not having flipper's elbow. Because it is genuinely a little bit more difficult to flip with your elbow pinned like this, so you kind of will develop... I don't recommend that you do it constantly, because then you might develop bad habits, but just for teaching you to keep your elbow. I flip in all positions. Okay. All right. That, cool. Some people that don't exactly live in Georgia, people who'd be willing to make a hefty drive some days to pop up to meets. Tennessee, South Carolina. Okay, that makes sense. That's fair. Georgia flippers plus etc., I guess. I don't know. Georgia flippers plus a few. Standing and sitting are the all positions. Sure they are. Sure they are. I also just found that holding the bally looser actually helps the momentum carry so much better. Holding the bally looser. I mean, yeah, because you have less friction whenever... If I throw this... If you throw a rollover, you lose less friction if you're gripping it a little bit looser, but you don't want it to be too loose. Have you seen the crazy shit Banks is doing where he's like pop jellyfishing into stuff? I don't even know what a pop jellyfish is. But yes, Banks is doing some crazy shit. Banks always be doing some crazy shit. The clips where Banks had a combo that included a fucking jellyfish made me so mad, I swear to God. Made you mad? Mad that you couldn't do that, or mad that for some other reason? It was like a what the actual hell moment. Fair. There comes a certain skill level where I'm just like, I don't know what the name for that is. I barely even understand how to follow that with my brain, but it looked cool. It's a thing where you hold the blade and he like pops out of it. Oh, this is a joke trick. Banks do be the type of guy to make a joke trick look fucking cool as hell. What's up, Elysian? How you doing? And the stuff he does when we were practicing comp rounds, it's wild. Same thing for Maddie. Just apples is good. What up, apples? So you guys do like mock comp? I guess that makes sense. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. And it totally makes sense. It's just something that I never really totally thought about. We play the sound and have two people go head to head. And then do you have like judges? Do you have judges who are like flippers who are in the audience? Or is it just the, like two people? Just whoever's watching? Fair. Austin, I know you're one of the people who wants like a improvement in the competitive scene of Balisongs. How would you feel about like full audience voting? Actually, no, I already answered my own question. That sucks. Never mind. As I was saying the sentence, I thought about how Squid already does full audience voting, and it sucks and it's awful. Soon I'm going to try and play that flip game you and Telester played that one video a while ago with my friend. I hope it goes well. That game is a genuinely, like, that was the perfect time for Ty and I to do that video when we were relatively similar in skill. Because it is almost impossible to implement that game in a smooth way. But I hope it goes well for you. Audience voting just feels like a popularity contest. Absolutely. That's why I backed off of that one. As soon as you bring any sort of audience into it, it just becomes a, hey, I know that flipper, I'm going to vote for them. I swear the judges better be good. I can't wait to see who they pick. Hopefully, man. I, at the very least, hope it's just people involved in the Balisong community and there's no, like, celebrity judge who is freaking... whose only qualification is making fixed blades. Not that there's anything wrong with making fixed blades. It's just that that person shouldn't be judging a Balisong competition. I bet if two people were to have the exact same combo, one person would be voted better compared to another based off of bias. Yeah, for sure. Even something as simple as recency bias could help into that. See ya, Hop. Have a good one. Celebrity judges the worst things ever. There's no point. There is 0 point. The only time I could ever see it is maybe... Oh, gosh. I guess the only time I could see it is maybe if it was like, let's say there's 5 judges, and then the celebrity judge is the 6th. But then in a case where there is a tie, the celebrity judge's vote doesn't count. But that would probably just be way too confusing. And then it's like, at that point, what's the point of having the celebrity judge? So, honestly, so glad I caught the live. Never been able to chat with you. Hey, happy that you made it too. I can't even say that I do these often because that really isn't the case anymore. But we'll get back to it eventually. What are you flipping? False Live Blade, Prisma Pro, not sharp. There also better be an odd number of judges. If we go into the 3rd year in a row, or however many years it's been, of frickin' even number of judges and a crowd popularity contest to break the tie, I am going to smash my head into a wall. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I sort of think it's gonna happen. Squid is not necessarily known for putting, like, community feedback. I shouldn't say that, but, like, you know what I mean? There's so many cases in Squid's history where I can remember the community telling them, like, hey, red Loctite's a terrible idea in the bottom screws of the Nautilus, and they still did it. So it's almost at a point where I just wouldn't even be surprised if they did even number of judges again. I was asked to be a judge again, but I'm not able to go this year. Even if I could go, I'm not sure I would have judged. I don't blame you. It's difficult, and people get mad at you if you do it. Been out of the Bally Loop for so long. When did companies start doing false edges? Yeah, they've been a thing for a little bit now. Who was the first company to kind of popularize them? I mean, unsharpened blades have been a thing for far longer, but I'm pretty sure it was Nabali's that really, like, popularized it. Lucas was very set on having the crowd participation aspect last year. I don't get why. I mean, okay, let me rephrase that. I do understand why you want the crowd participation. I just can't really understand why they did it that way for 2 years in a row when people were like, hey, this kind of sucks. Strip my bottom knot screws because of that. Yeah, there's just these very little things that people will be like, hey, Squid, maybe let's not do this. Or like the Nami, the freaking QC issues on the Nami. You would think with all of the complaining that people in the community do about it, they would have looked into it. And it never seems like they do. Still love Squid. Kraken's great. Squid Trainer's excellent. The website currently has 4 judge slots, all saying to be announced. Gosh. Just the epitome of sticking your head in the sand, putting your fingers in your ears and going, la 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 la, I'm right, you're wrong, I can't hear you. But it says 2024. I mean, it says 2024, but if the slots all say to be announced, then that means that it's still, like, if it was actually the 2024 page, they would have all the judges in there. So I think that's just a typo that they missed from copy pasting. I don't know about Ballycomp, but Kendama comps were always judge only. Yeah, Ballycomp, like Blade HQ Ballycomp, has never been audience participation. Blade HQ Ballycomp always has an odd number of judges, and while the quality of the judges that they pick aren't always the best, there are no like crowd cheering tiebreakers that result in a popularity contest between two people. Oh, if they do 4 again, popularity contest is so unfair. I mean, I shouldn't say contest because, like, I get the idea. 2 people tie, 2 judges say one person, 2 judges say the other, and then they want the crowd participation. So they say, hey, cheer the loudest for the person that you think won. But at that point, it's just like anyone who knows. Like, if you have some, like, Bally YouTuber or some really famous person up there, they're going to beat out someone who's, like, entering the first time in a comp every single time when it comes to, like, an audience cheer. I think that they purposely have their Squid Squad go against lesser known or theoretically worse flippers to show off their team. Little tinfoil hatty, but I guess that's something to watch for. They want the popularity contest because the most popular is Squid Squad. I guess I never really thought about the implications of running a competition that you're allowing your own sponsors to participate in. I guess I never fully thought about that. That is interesting. I want to say for the record, I don't think Squid is purposefully doing that, but Have the winners of WCFC every year been Squid Squad, or has someone won that isn't Squid Squad? Because I know Banks won last year, but that was before he got sponsored, right? Pretty sure that was before he got sponsored. Top 3 almost always has at least someone, if not a majority, in Squid Squad. I don't think that's anything to go off of because Squid recruits people who are genuinely amazing flippers most of the time. So, like, it makes sense that they would be in the top. Banks 2023 edit. He says 2024 he's going to get first place. Totally guessed it right. And another edit, he says shoe for 2025. James won 2023. Yeah, so it doesn't seem like they're rigging it for Squid Squad. Got to be up at 5:30, so I'll definitely catch you soon. Hopefully both make it to Blade Show. Hopefully, stars. Have a good night. Have a good day tomorrow. And hopefully waking up early isn't that hellish. Coincidence? I think so. I think so. Always hell, brother. Hell, brother. Also be fairly difficult to rig with all the variables involved with the flipping competition. Yeah. Yeah, I think for the record, Squid is not rigging their stuff. But I don't think I like the integrity of running a competition that has a bunch of your sponsors in it. I'll have to think about that. I'll have to think about if I like that or not. I don't think I do. But that's the last thing I should be complaining about, because at least Squid does it in the first place. At least the competition does exist. I'll take that over it not existing any day. Whoops. Should I make an edit this year for Blade West or enjoy the time there to the fullest? An edit? I mean, if you make an edit, doesn't sound like it would take up your whole weekend. I always go with friggin' spend all the time that you can enjoying it to the fullest, but an edit doesn't sound that awful to film. Can you convince me to buy a cheese? I think the cheese is genuinely one of the best Balisongs under $150, period. It's got fairly good grip. It's got a great balance. It does any trick that you could want it to. It's comfortable. It's machined well. The one problem that it has is the Zen pins, and you're not guaranteed to get bad Zen pins anyway. So those are the main reasons the cheese is my #1 choice. But one Balisong that even though the trip that I took wasn't necessarily Balisong focused, one Balisong that I tried that very well, if I ever end up getting my own, very well could end up being my new sub 200 recommendation is the Glider Moab. The Moab X Meridian by Glider is, I think, easily their best Balisong yet. And from the small amount that I tried of Will's, flipped fantastically. I was unlucky with my cheese's Zen pins, tragically. Yeah, I get people messaging me who are like, I can't believe I spent $80 on something that's destined to fall apart. And I'm like, I get it, but you can just glue the Zen pins back in. That's literally how they were manufactured in the first place. If it was a press fit system and they were falling out, it would be far, far, far harder to repair that. Still, it sucks we have to deal with that at all. But if it does end up being a problem for you, you can fix it. It's weird and chunky to me, the Moab. The Moab is weird and chunky to you. I think it's the thinnest Balisong gliders ever made. They have all their specs. Handle thickness 0.49 inches. If we compare that to the Pacific. How thick were the Pacific's handles? Handle thickness 0.51 inches. We compare that to, let's say, the Arctic. The Arctic's handle thickness is 0.5 inches. Wow, really? I never would have guessed it was a 0.01 difference, because the Moab it felt so much thinner to me than anything else Glider's ever done. I find the Antarctic. The OG4, the Antarctic. Let's do the Antarctic 2, which is 0.5 inches again. So yeah, it is technically the thinnest one they've done. Take a glued Zen pin over tunable? Same. I would absolutely take a glued in Zen pin over a screw in one. The mint green and sea salt blue cheese models look crazy. They have a green cheese now? Hold on, let me investigate. They have a... I didn't know they had a green cheese. Oh my god, they have a green cheese. Guys, their cheese has gone bad. Their cheese, it's gone missing. It's gone off. What is this? Our latest Hydro Balisong color has officially launched. Wait, what's our new color? Ooh, murdered out blue fade. Wait, when did they do this? I knew about the silver. I knew about the gold. Blue fade. Blue purple fade. Classic black. Murdered out Hydra. That's pretty cool. But the cheese. They do. They have mint green. Wait, that's sick. Obviously, they have the yellow. I love the blue. I think the fun of the cheese is having like the pastel yellow. But man, do I love this blue color. It is so nice, especially with the white blade. Strawberry pink and purple. Oh, I don't think I've seen the purple either. So they've made purple and green. If I were to get another cheese, it would definitely be blue or green. Probably blue. I'm a little bit more dead set on blue. I hate the other cheese colors. I think it defeats the purpose. I agree with you, but I really do just love the colors they chose. Imagine if Nibali's made a grail. Apparently they're working on something. They announced their TI Bali, which, by the way, it's actually something we can look at really quick because there's a lot of stuff to dig into with the posts that they made. But by the way, OGs remember the Manta? Hello? What happened to that? Try and find this. What's your EDC? Most of the time I just throw the cheese in a bag, honestly. Otherwise, if I need an actual knife, like a sharp knife, throw the SlifT in a pocket. Literally, Tony, what happened to the Manta? OGs remember the Manta. New Age flippers know the InDesign. Let's actually take a look at this, because there's a lot to dig into here. InDesign. Obviously, I know that's not the name, but that's what I'm going to be calling it, because it's funny. Bold ideas, innovative structure. First of all, what the fuck is with the little bedazzled jewels? This new one is the Manta? No, the Manta... I wonder if we can even scroll down. What the fuck? Why is Will and Dasuko here? Oh, white handle. Can we scroll down far enough to find the Manta? It was long before the Teflon Vault, create with Nibali's, even before the cheese, I think. It was before the extrusion. There it is. Manta. New design for our first titanium Balisong. Oh, wait. I guess it says name undecided. Maybe that's not the Manta. Maybe the Manta is even further back. Where is the Manta? I thought they had showed it off around the point that the Vault Pro came out. No, I think this is it. Showed a full render on a story. Okay, I see. Yeah, I don't think the Manta is this new thing that they're doing, because the Manta was G10. I don't think this specific... Actually, no, I think this is the Manta. I don't remember how we know that name, but I'm pretty sure that this is it, because I remember it was G10 and they had some sort of like changeable scale here. But literally, what happened to the Manta? They showed a full render on a... it was on a story. Remshi, when'd you get those cans? I got them in Georgia, man. I went to Hi-Fi Buys. And I listened to their headphone bar for like... I'm not even joking you. Probably about 6 hours straight. Compared these between the things that I was originally planning on buying, which are the Meze 109 Pros, and decided that I liked these a little more. Especially for half the price. Although I was going to get used Meze 109, so they actually would have been around the same price. But look at this in design. They bejeweled a little cutout on the front, which is crazy. A little bit weird. We're cooking up something huge. Their first titanium Balisong. Their mission is to make it fun, make it beautiful, and make it collectible. Meet our solution. I don't know what the solution is, but it is a Chanwich style handle structure and a Morton joint. Morton, we need to hold the two pieces of this handle together, Morton. We started with the handle design first. To nail the fun to use goal, the overall weight would need to be 110 and 125 grams. Hold on. I have to have a stinky American moment. 105 grams, 2 ounces. That is 4.4 ounces max. 110 is 3.8. That's a pretty 3.8 to 4.4 is a pretty big range. That is a... That's like most Balisongs are in that range. How are hidden Zens going to work when the handles twist into place? Split in half Zen pins. We'll get there. We'll get there. Going for a channel handle would mean gutting too much material to hit our weight target, which I don't totally understand that, but Ethan spent like 7+ collective hours at Hi-Fi Buys deciding on headphones to buy. Yes, I was absolutely experiencing analysis paralysis where I was like going back and forth way more than I needed to because, you know, it's a lot of money to buy nice headphones. But ultimately, I just kept coming back to these, and I've been happy with them so far. Little bit of a comfort issue, just because my head is really weird about things touching it, but... If Hi-Fi Buys offers an extended warranty, I'd recommend it, because Hi-Fi QC is a bit suspect. Yeah, we'll see. As long as they last me a few years, I'll be fine. They have a year warranty out of the box, and I don't think Hi-Fi Buys has anything warranty wise, but we'll see. That's kind of what was keeping me on the 109 Pros, because much like my 99 Pros, the freaking, you can just take them apart and replace the driver. Not that you should be the one doing that, but it's possible to do that, which is why I am still a simp for Meze, and I still will own a pair of 109s eventually. But for right now, these just felt right. Anyway, that's why we opted for Chanwich. It lets us unleash our design ideas freely while ensuring structural strength and a more seamless, complete handle aesthetic. I don't fully get you would gut too much material to hit your target weight. Channel titanium balisongs exist, and they are in that range. Consideration was also driven by design. Standard Chanwich handle structure rely on visible screws at the tail, but we wanted that seamless monolithic aesthetic, so we turned to 1,000 years of Chinese wisdom, the Morton joint. Which, if you don't know what a Morton joint is, you can kind of see it right here, but here I'll draw you a actually, wait, is a Morton joint what I think it is? Morton. It's actually mortise and tenon joint, which is I think what they're saying. Basically what allows you to put wood furniture together without screws. I don't need to draw it, but they have something here. You slide it together. It's like it goes out at the top so that you can't pull it apart, but it slides apart. It gives us ample surface area, which is key for design freedom. I don't know, man. Crucially, its multi-stage interlocking prevents the issue of 2-point stress causing bowing. This should solve the problem of visible gaps in Chanwich handles. I feel like it's a huge... I feel like it's just a huge over-engineering step for something that most people don't care about. Does anyone actually care about seeing a little gap in your Chanwich handles? Originally, we thought about a simple up and down sliding mechanism, but our designers felt it wasn't cool enough. Not enough Nibali's vibe. I also don't know what that means. We added a rotating assembly at the handle's tail, turning it into a rotating connection. Think gap in the handles would cause me to spiral. Okay, maybe it's just me that doesn't care. We've also added... This is the most interesting thing for me. I would like to see how this works. We added a pivot oil reservoir with a 4-hole washer. So basically, I think what they're saying is you would fill somehow... I don't know how this would work, but this little cutout right here would be filled up with oil. Can I paint? Yes. I can blow this up. Oh, Jesus. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. So I think what they're saying is like this area would be filled with oil. Somehow. I don't know how they're planning on getting oil in there. And then as you flip, the oil would seep through these holes and create an area of lubrication on your blade, because it actually doesn't make any sense to me the more that I think about it. No, okay, I get it, because the blade is spinning. The blade is spinning, it's passing by these holes, and it's creating a ring on the actual blade itself, which means that you have longer lasting lubricant, I guess. But it's a very strange thing. It's a very strange problem to solve, because, like, I don't run around thinking, man, I wish I didn't have to oil my Balisong once a week. At the very least, this is a fascinating idea, and I'm interested to see how it works. They're trying too hard to appeal to as many people as possible with one value, which isn't a good idea. I have a gripe with oil, I swear. What's up, Mayo? What's up, Donut? I swear to every time I lube my squid turner, the oil gets all over the knife into the contact areas for the pin. Sounds like... Yeah, that does happen sometimes. That just kind of means you're over oiling your Balisong, though. Scratches and PB washers hold oil and are self-lubricating. That was kind of the thing that I was thinking of as the self-lubricating part of phosphorus bronze washers. I don't know. On one hand, it's cool engineering. On the other hand, this would completely change the way that washers function entirely. And would mean that, you know, if you're someone who holds on to a collection of a bunch of PB washers, they are all useless for this knife, unless you don't care about the oil reservoir. But then in that case, wouldn't oil get stuck in there, and then it would probably cause all sorts of problems? I don't know. I don't entirely know. I also don't know what they mean by almost. It provides smooth, long-lasting lubrication almost silently. And keeps things clean by preventing leaks. The whole point is that there's a leak. I think this is... I'm not going to get too caught up in what is most likely just like a translation error or a language barrier. But man, is this interesting. I wish them the best, but I am cautiously curious to see how this goes. Yeah, Zox over here puts it honestly the way that I'm feeling. It looks a little concerning. So many things that could go wrong, but with your previous designs, I'll trust you'll make it work. Sure. It's kind of where I'm at. Does anyone mention the Manta at all? No. It's interesting. I appreciate that they're trying to innovate regardless. That's kind of where I'm sitting. I appreciate a good innovation. I think it's over-engineering problems that don't super matter, that aren't a big deal. But ultimately, if it works and it works well, cool. Might be a bit of a cynic, but my guess is this is a 99% marketing to generate discourse and interest around the release. I will believe you if the Balisong comes out and it's just not, like, none of that makes it in. If they're like, hey, we axed all of that stuff. But if they're hyping up features that are actually going to be in the design, I don't see how that would be, like, specifically designed to create buzz. Not willing to be that cynical, but maybe I should be. I don't know. Same here. I want to support the homies in the valleys. Yeah. They're trying too hard to appeal to as many people as possible. I think that's a fascinating thing to say, because that's a company's goal, is to make a product that appeals to as many people as possible. That's how they make the most money on a Balisong that they create. You can't just, like, say... A company can't just release something that appeals to 5% of the community, because that's not profitable. They'll go under. So their goal literally is to appeal to as many people as possible so that they get as much money as they can. That is business 101. You got to go to Tokyo just to visit earphone. I think I know what store that is. I think I've heard legends and tales. Yeah, this place. The place that just has a wall. A straight wall of every headphone you can think of. This is kind of Hi-Fi. Hi-Fi Buys is a little more limited than that. What the hell was that? Hi-Fi Buys is a little more specialized than that, but this is an old picture, but it still gives you the same idea. This is, you know, they have like a whole setup of a bunch of different headphones that you can try. Yeah, the store looks way different now. You can literally just sit down, pick some headphones off, and then that's it. And it is super sick. The people there don't try and sell you every 5 seconds. Squiddy Alt appeals to 0.5% of the community. Really? I like the Squiddy Alt quite a bit, actually. I like the look of it, I should say. What headphones are those? These are the Hi-Fi-Man Ananda Nanos. Yeah, Remshi, I love stores like that. That's why I was so happy to buy headphones from Hi-Fi Buys. Because people there don't sell you on stuff. Like, they'll help you if you need it, they'll give you recommendations, but they're not like a car salesman constantly trying to like upsell you or whatever. That, and the fact that, you know, when I went there the first time, Will was the salesman on the floor, so of course he wasn't gonna try and schmooze me, but the rest of the employees also don't do that. Brother's girlfriend's dad apparently bought a pair of stacks at earphone in Japan. Holy hell. Looks good, but public no for the Squiddy Alt. Yeah, I don't think the goal of the Squiddy Alt is to make a public friendly flipper, but it's to make the Squiddy L look more like a knife for the people that want that, which I think is fair. Does that exist yet? Can you buy it? Oh shit, you can buy it right now. What the hell? Yeah, casually dropped 1,000 plus on electrostats and then dragged that overseas. That is insane. Stacks are the kind of headphones that don't even come with like a carrying case or anything. You can just buy the Squiddy Alt. Am I the only one that didn't know that this existed yet? I thought this was still like a good ways off. Also, Squid still says that the balance on the Squiddy AL is a 10 out of 10. They are kidding themselves. I can't be the only one who likes the Squiddy Alt. Especially considering that they left the weight pin holes there. I really like the look of it. I almost want to buy one. Because damn, I didn't know it was out already. I thought this was still something that they were like working on. Yeah, worse than not coming with a carrying case, they come with an amp. Yeah, I don't know how the hell he did that. See y'all later, but at this point it's just an extrusion. Fair. Also, see you later, Yo-Yo. Honestly, I'm okay with it just being an extrusion because I think the extrusion is ugly. The Why can I not? What's the extrusion 2 called? Can't think of the extrusion 2's name. I'm suffering from dementia. The Impulse. The Impulse, I think, is a little bit better looking than the original. Extrusion, but man, I'm still not a huge fan of the look of it. So I'll take the Squiddy Alt any day. Also, apparently, I'm looking at the Impulse's site right now. They added more colors. I'm not crazy, am I? They didn't have red before, did they? Or black. I thought it was purple, blue. No, maybe they did. Maybe it was purple, red, and blue. But now they have this purple to teal fade. They've got the Pride fade, which I still say because it rage baits the hell out of some people. They've still got the golden black fade, but now they have this new one, this purple teal fade, which honestly looks amazing. I wish this was available when they made the extrusion. I would have picked this all day. That's amazing. I love that. They had red for sure. I don't think they had black then. I don't remember there being this many colors. I know they had silver black, silver, blue, red, purple. I don't think they had full black. Maybe they did. I know for a fact. This color didn't exist, because I would have picked this color all day. That looks amazing. Shout out. What's up, Ty Telestro Telephone? I did come back from Georgia with a purchase. I came back with quite a few purchases. Came back with headphones. I came back with a freaking whale shark. Kind of awesome. Kind of epic. Nah, I got hi-fi buyed. I buyed from hi-fi. Ethan purchased the entirety of the Georgia aquarium. Yep. That's his whale shark right there. It's the only whale shark in the US. I will be very sad if they lose the whale shark there, because they don't have any plans to get a new one. And I just think that's very sad. God, these things do look goofy. Farbos, I do deserve the making fun of, but I don't care. They sound good. They build the aquarium around the whale. That's why they can't get any more. My next video is me building a whale shark enclosure. That video would pop if you were to do that. That video would pop off, I think. Are they at least comfortable? Yeah, they're comfortable. Probably my favorite, like, ear shape I've ever felt on a headphone. I just have a very specific problem where any pressure at all at the top of my head is uncomfortable, which is why I like the Mezes have like this really intricate self-adjusting headband, which caused me no problems whatsoever. These have like this headband that you just put on and it just kind of self-adjusts to your head. And they are beautiful and they freaking are so comfortable. The Hi-Fi Men's are not this comfortable because it is still like it's still a strap up here, but it's not an elastic strap, so it doesn't really stretch or move at all. So for super long listening sessions, no, they're not the most comfortable thing in the world, but they are certainly better than just having like a typical headphones that just have like the padding inside here and then you put your head here, I can't stand those. You have the speaker boxes that people used to put on their cars to watch drive-ins in movies. That's crazy. It does kind of look like an old-timey microphone though. Like it does look that it does look like I could just like, hello, welcome back to FM radio. Today we're going to be talking about the women's suffrage movement. Suspension headbands, yes. I mean, this is technically a suspension headband, I think. Or maybe it's not because they're not elastic. Still. Not the most comfortable thing ever for me personally, but for most people, I'm sure they're perfectly fine. Women's suffrage is the next Blade Bias show, confirmed, and there will still be people in my comments who have a problem with that. Some of the Sony headphones have a cool split in the middle where the peak of the skull is. Yeah, I tried Brandon's HD 5XXs or 58Xs or something like that. And they were the most comfortable, solid headband that I had ever tried. But I also didn't wear them for longer than like 10 or 15 minutes. So I don't know how far that would go. It is technically a suspension headband. Yeah, it's like... This is a suspension headband, but the Meze ones are like a super mega premium suspension headband. And that's the other thing about the 109 Pros. They sound similar to these to my ear, like in terms of quality, but holy shit, are they just 10 times more comfortable. Those things felt good on my head. Ty, what are your current headphones? Are you still rocking the friggin... You don't have the DTs still, do you? Benjamin, my man, how is it going? How is it going, my lightsaber flipping fiendish friend? I want a pair of Fio FT7s, especially since my LCDs 2s kind of broke. My wife will kill me. Fair. Expensive. They expensive. My DTs are in a drawer unused for months. So what are you using nowadays? Your LCD 2's broke. Those are... Yeah, those... Oh my god, those broke? Friggin... Holy... 90% of the time using my IE200 or my monitors. Rarely, but sometimes I'll throw on the HD 560s. I forgot you had the 560s. That's what I was trying to think of. What do you define as some of the most consistent valleys? Krakens. Honestly, this might be crazy. One of the most consistent valleys for me, besides my Kraken, is my cheese. The cheese I find to be ridiculously consistent. That kind of like Kraken-esque slight handle bias is where I find a lot of my consistency lies in terms of Balisongs. I get mentally flashbanged anytime somebody in the Bally community mentions having a wife because I assume everyone is 14 years old. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It gets even crazier when they mention that they have kids. I don't speak tech. I'm too I'm too broke to afford that stuff. Real. It's going well. I'm excited to see what you record in Georgia when it comes out. I'm very excited to release that stuff. Since Brandon recorded it, he was gracious enough to do kind of the work that needs to be done to get it ready. So when that video comes out, or when those series of videos come out, please remember to thank Brandon. I certainly will. But I think it's going to be super cool. Brandon already teased on his story one of the videos, so I will tell you that now. It is a not live, but it is an in-person podcast. They'll be ready in the next couple of days. Really? Dude, I was full on expecting you to not like have time for like the next month to do anything with them. So if you need more time to work on them, please, by all means, take it. That is okay. But yeah, it's been a while. The podcast, because of Brandon's adventure that he had to go on, which he explains in detail in the upcoming podcast episode, the podcast has kind of been on a little bit of a hiatus, but the return will hopefully be hype because it's me and Brandon sitting in the same room, which I think was really fun. It was really fun to do that. And then we got a few other things coming out in the Blade Bias channel after that, which will be super sick. I'm excited for you guys to see. Main channel content? Ty, it's funny you mentioned that because I have a main channel video on my editing docket, basically ready to go. You guys want a sneak preview of my next main channel video? I need to think of the best part to show you, especially since it's still like, it is still rough draft territory. So this is not, might be how it looks when it releases, but I'll give you guys, how about this? I'll give you guys the intro. You guys want to see the intro to my next main channel video? I return to New York in November. Oh, are you revealing that? Instagram hasn't been showing stories on desktop. I also don't have the app. Really? They don't show. That's strange. Lightsaber video was sick. I agree, Benjamin. It was a really fun video to watch. Especially how smooth. Correct me if I'm wrong, Benjamin, but you said in the video that you were like a newer lightsaber spinner, I think is the proper term. Because if that's true, that's crazy. You learned very quickly and made it look actually really cool. Oh, sorry guys. Farbo said no. Farbo said no. I'm not going to give you a preview. I've just been glitching. I think it's on purpose to get people to use their app. Instagram desktop it's so notoriously shit. It's insane. All right. Main channel preview. This is still a work in progress. But here you go. Trolled again. Trolled again. Ah, Valorant. We all love Valorant. Right. Valorant has Balisongs. I love Balisongs. Flips and fun and tricks and Yahoo and references and stuff like that, right? Check that shit out. Hey, there's a new knife in the shop. Let's go check it out. Maybe it's got some cool animations where they spin it around the... Oh. Oh. That's all you get. Work in progress. Might not look exactly like that when it comes out, but there it is. That'll come out eventually. We need to make Should You Buy a Balisong 2026 4K Ultra HD Cinema Remaster. Unironically though, Ty, that could be something that is like genuinely successful in today's hobby. Dude, I'm so into that. You're so into that. You're so into my shitty green screen. No, that's the thing that I'm most nervous about with the video. I don't think it's really gonna matter, but the green screen did not work. I am not super into re-recording it, so I don't think I'm going to, especially because re-recording it would require me to re-edit the entire thing. But as long as you guys are okay with generally pretty shitty green screen effect, it should be a fun video. That's gonna rock. Thank you, Brandon. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I hadn't really spun before, but it's fairly easy to pick up. Yeah, you did great for not really spinning before. Green screen shit green screen is funny if the video is not taking itself too seriously. Agree. Which we'll see. We'll see if it fits the vibe. But that video will hopefully be out soonish. And then that might be the kickstart I need to kind of get the main channel up and running. The whole goal that I set for myself is to revive the main channel without doing a single review. Maybe like a review or two in there, but the majority of it I want to be non-reviews. So Ty, that's where like, I don't think this is something I would actually do, but a remaster of Should You Buy a Balisong would be sick, considering how much more I know now and how relatively successful beginner-focused content is on YouTube nowadays. Blade Bias's most popular video is an intro video. Dasuko made an intro video that did relatively well. It seems like a lot of people care about like beginner type stuff or cheaper like budget type stuff. What's up, Pinky? What is up? Welcome back, Stars. I'm sorry you can't sleep. I will be there with time, money, and equipment to spare. I hope so. Beginner stuff. Yeah, beginner stuff is really where the hobby is still doing really well, like uncharacteristically well. It seems like nowadays the more expensive a Balisong is, the less interested the general population will be, the general community will be in the video that you make. Because like you release a video on like an $800 Balisong and it seems like it performs so much worse than the $60 Balisong you reviewed 3 days earlier. Which does make sense because, you know, more people can buy the cheaper Balisong than the more expensive one. It's just weird because in other hobbies, you'll get a lot of traffic on the more expensive stuff because people kind of want to like live vicariously through this video that they actually could afford that thing. Like I've never shied away from friggin' watching a video about some like $10,000 pair of headphones. I'm never gonna buy them, but hell, if I still want to hear how they sound. So it's interesting how the Balisong hobby doesn't really have that equivalent. Or maybe it does. I mean, maybe I'm just looking at the wrong metrics, but it seems like the more expensive and exclusive something is, the generally worse the video is going to do. My Vulp was an absolute staple for me. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense in the context that beginner Balisongs nowadays give you generally freaking, I would say like 70 to 80% of some of the more expensive stuff in terms of like the experience that it is unlocking for you. Beginner Balisongs are not bad at all. That is not copyright free music. That is. I wonder if Riot ever fixed the fact that they were claiming anyone who had ever used some of their songs. I got freaking 150 emails over the course of like a week. We have to return to the abandoned building and remaster So You Bought a Balisong, this time with usable audio. Yeah, and maybe remaster it in such a way that YouTube doesn't take it off the air for having a minor in it, apparently, even though no one in that video was a minor. Let's not forget that YouTube has taken down 3 of my videos now. The Squid Train review, the Vortex review, and So You Bought a Balisong. Because, and I quote, there are minors being endangered. I've never filmed with a minor in my life on my main channel. I'd have to check the songs you use. There are songs they had to remove from sessions because the artists asked for the rights back. It's all of the... it's Sessions Vi, Sessions Star Guardian Tallulah, and Sessions Diana. Those are the only songs I've ever used. YouTube does that all the time. I have to make it clear it's a trainer. But specifically... like YouTube, when they take down one of your videos, maybe I can pull it up here for you guys. Because when they take down one of your videos, sometimes they're kind enough to provide you with a timestamp. And I can tell you that not a single time have they taken down a timestamp that actually contains someone flipping a Balisong. Songs in those albums have been removed? Seriously? It was from the same company, though. And they mentioned on Twitter that they were going to fix it. So I don't think this is a case of them, like, removing rights. It was like this widespread thing that this one company was claiming all of these songs, and Riot tweeted out that they were working with them on it. Never done a timestamp for me. Again, you kind of have to be lucky. They won't just... for some reason, they don't just give out timestamps to everyone, and I think it's in a very specific place. Let's see, can I... Great, I can't view it anymore because I tried to appeal it. That was the Vortex review. Let's look at So You Bought a Balisong. Yeah, they probably fixed that by now. I hope so. Here we go. Child safety policy at 313. Check this shit out. Okay, this is actually... I didn't know about this. They gave me... I swear they gave me a different timestamp before.
Realize,
I swear they gave me a different timestamp before, but this is 313. If I click on this timestamp, stop.
Those videos.
Stop.
Those videos are shaping up really.
Oh. This is 313. This is me. My brother in Christ. This is me. YouTube, you have my ID. I had to upload it to get monetized. You know my age. This is me, dog. Maybe I could appeal that one. I doubt it though. Now, if we go... What about the Squid Trainer? What did they say for the Squid Trainer? Nope, I appealed it and they rejected it, so I can't look at it anymore. Yeah, I know I won't be able to appeal. I'm not even gonna fucking worry about it. But the there was one of the videos, it might have been the Vortex, where it was literally just B-roll of Ty holding a camera. That was it. It was B-roll that I took on my camera of Ty taking a video of me on his camera. And that was the child safety policy. So apparently, according to that, even if Ty was a minor holding a camera is against YouTube community guidelines. Actually, I would pull up the file, but YouTube would genuinely be petty enough to strike this stream for that. So I'm not going to do it. But I can see it clear as day. They timestamped literally just B-roll of me looking at Ty while he was filming. And then I had thought that the So You Bought a Balisong got taken down because one of the frames, Ty was sitting in the background. This is videos that you guys have never... Some of the people here have probably never even seen this. Most of you guys have probably never seen these videos. There was a shot in... It was just me talking to the camera as the whole rest of the video was. But there was one shot where Ty was leaning up against the wall. And then he disappeared really quickly. And I swear I remember it timestamping that specific frame where you could see Ty in the background, not doing anything. No Balisong in shot, literally just leaning against the wall. I've seen like 30 seconds of the video. Dude, I don't even remember what these videos look like. And I edited them. There we go. I do have all the raw files. So technically the Vortex review, the Squid Trainer, dude, the Squid Trainer video was one of my favorites of the early Camaro EE days because holy shit. The intro gag that Ty and I did was so fire. Vortex review and my Tay Flipper review capture a very pleasant time in my life. Yeah, your Tay Flipper review. That was filmed, they were filmed in the same location. Maybe. Maybe? I feel like I do remember getting B-roll for your Tay Flipper review. That was good. I don't even remember the Squid Trainer video. You remember you were stood in an alleyway with a coat on? You said, "Hey kid, you want to buy a Balisong?" You opened your coat and it was a Squid Trainer. And then you gave it to me. And then you ran away. What's up, Evans Tide? What's up, sorry, Pyro. I miss you too, twin. I'm sorry we couldn't hang out one last time before I left. Yeah, the coat. It's literally... I'm sure I can show this. It is literally the... If you look... very closely, actually, hold on, I can change the view here. Extra large icons. The thumbnail for that video is you with the coat, which is fire. And also, shout out the Vortex review that I filmed in my car. That was cool. I'm doing well. How you doing, Evanstein? Evan, Evenstide, Tide. I don't know. What do you go by? Yeah, I want to do more stuff that isn't reviews. I want to do freaking. So you bought a Balisong? Should you buy a Balisong? Balisong battle. Interviewing Will and Brandon, stuff like that. Got to knock out for the night. Good night, everyone. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself too, Donut. Thanks for stopping by. Put them in a private Dropbox or Google Drive folder linked with the Discord, and they're still watchable, but not cursed from YouTube guidelines. I wish I could. I don't have enough space on Google Drive to do that. Dropbox, maybe. You know where I'll be? Hit me up and I'll help you with anything. Hey, we might have to do that. What's the weather in the US like right now? Kind of crazy. I think it's overall generally warm, but we have 2 freaking hurricanes kind of fighting out in the Atlantic Ocean. Thankfully, they're pulling each other both out to sea. Ooh. Here's some breaking news. As of 20 minutes ago, the Crescent has landed in prototype form. Ivy has posted that they... I'm sorry, I don't know Ivy's pronouns off the top of my head. That they have received the Crescent, and it is here, and it is apparently to handle bias. Let's hear it. Sounds about exactly how I would expect for a G10 aluminum Balisong. But yeah, balance is 2 handlebars right now, but that will be changed in future prototypes. Cool. The Crescent. Boot up the torrent networks. Australia's kind of fucked right now. It's supposed to be spring, but it's been 14 to 16 degrees daily. Ordered a Flip Forge pallet, waited 3 weeks, got refunded because of the new tariff stuff. My disappointment is immeasurable and my month is ruined. That sucks, dude. I hope Flip Forge is able to return to shipping to the US soon. I had to microwave my pizza like 7 times. It's still not that hot. Dude, you gotta radioactively nuke that shit. I want that shit to be radioactive when it comes out of the microwave. First week of October is all storms. Huh. Not great. Bedtime for me, boss. Have a good stream. Bye, Ty. Thanks for stopping by. I'm excited for you to live in New York again. See you later. Everyone say bye, Ty. I put too much pepper on it. How the fuck much pepper did you put on a pizza that it won't heat up? These tariffs make it impossible for me to get stuff from the US? They shouldn't. Because that's the fun part about the tariffs. They don't affect stuff that we export. They affect stuff that we import. So unless you're buying stuff that is getting shipped to the US and then distributed to you, at which point then it would be subject to tariffs, but... Oh, that's not related to it not heating up. I see. I see. I thought you just dropped that as like a fun fact to why it wouldn't be heating up. Even if the shipping is free, the tax still gets applied for accounting for the materials. No, but if you don't, because you're in Australia. So unless your item is shipping from somewhere to the US and then to Australia, tariffs won't affect you. Tariffs apply to incoming US goods. Stuff that the US imports from other places. The reason they call me Tylenol is because I'm so... me dosing on the Tylenol to become the greatest Magic the Gathering player. Dude, that's not even political. I'm gonna make jokes about that. That's the funniest shit in the world. Oh my god, it's just not scientifically accurate, and it makes it funny, but then I remember that it's reality. Some sellers I buy from do that. Okay, I see what you're saying. But yeah, if you're just buying something like from China that ships to Australia, tariffs won't affect you. Are tariffs just a forever thing now? So that's the fun. That's the fun part about tariffs, because they shouldn't be. Tariffs could technically, like, someone else gets voted in 2028, and then that person repeals all the tariffs. Then tariffs would be gone. We wouldn't be paying that tax. The problem is, the reason that it might be permanent is because companies are then going to not lower their prices. Sudden alert, urge to play the entire Sonic franchise. Okay, see you, Ty. Thanks for stopping by. It was good talking to you. So the problem with long-term tariffs is that companies are, trying to make as much profit as possible. So their thought will be, well, the US public is already used to paying these higher prices. So if we just don't lower our prices, then we just make more profit, because once the tariffs go away, everyone's still paying the same price. That means our profits just increase by whatever percent the tariffs are at. So I would find it very, very, very difficult to believe that some like Walmart type corporation is going to then lower their prices once tariffs get repealed. There will be some companies that do, maybe, but yeah, it is going to be bad. They're not permanent. Like, the tariffs themselves are not permanent, but the fallout from them will be long term. Here's an example. Let me give you an example. So there was a period of time, and again, if you think this is politics, fuck off. This is economics. I don't care to argue with you. This is a good example. There was a period of time where Trump was flopping back and forth on whether or not the tariffs were actually going to go into effect. He says, okay, tariffs go into effect at July 12th, and my internet died. Are we back? I think we might be back. Thank you, internet, for dying. So, the government would say, okay, you've got until July 12th, and then these tariffs are taking effect. And then they wouldn't do that. They would extend it back to August 12th or whatever. The problem was some companies raised their prices. For example, I have a very specific example here. GameStop raised all of their prices on Transformers to the post-tariff prices. So they went, like, a deluxe Transformer, which is supposed to cost $25, went up on GameStop only to $31. And then they announced that the tariffs were getting set back a bunch, and GameStop never lowered their prices. So ever since that happened, GameStop has just been the worst place to buy Transformers, because it is $7 more expensive than everywhere else for no reason at all. And I feel like that is going to be the case for everyone once we get away from 4 years straight of tariffs. So that'll be cool. Have you seen the design concept for the titanium Balisong that Navales is working on? Yeah, we talked about it quite a bit at the beginning, or a little earlier in the stream. Does Nabali still get sent back? As far as I'm aware, no. I don't know if they ever did get sent back. I think it's just FlipForge that has announced, like, any sort of widespread stop in shipping to the US. But man, I wouldn't be surprised if Nabali stopped shipping eventually. Maybe not, though. I don't know. Their prices will definitely go up, though. GPU pricing is basically a perfect case study for long-term tariff inflation. The tariff first started years ago. GPU prices are likely fucked over forever because of them. Yeah. Although GPU's difficult because the other big thing that inflated GPU prices was the cryptocurrency boom in like 2021, which also seemingly permanently fucked prices for GPUs. But GPUs are so wildly expensive. It's so insane that I'm running a 2070, and in order to get a meaningful upgrade, I paid like maybe $400 for my 2070 in early 2021. And in order to get a meaningful upgrade nowadays that would actually be worth it, I'd have to spend like $800 or $900. It sucks. I was thinking about getting another Canyon since I lost my last one. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, you can still buy Nabali's stuff. As for if there's any, like, increase in taxes that you have to pay on them, I have no idea. We will see. But the prices, economically, the prices for everything is skyrocketing right now. I think energy prices is the biggest thing I've seen firsthand increase. But I mean, everything's going up. It's freaking sick. Probably feed my whole family for the next 2 generations with that money. Or in current year, you could feed your family for like half a week with that money. Tariffs will definitely raise Balisong prices. If they don't, it means the companies that are still making them will struggle to make a profit. Yeah, pretty much. Is it cool for me to mention that I'm 99% sure somebody that joined the server recently is somebody that I banned? I'm pretty sure I know exactly who you're talking about, and I have been told via an outside source, an outside source, I mean a non-mod source, that is an alt account of theirs. So if you're thinking of the same person, then you're right. One thing from this that I will still find funny to this day is the big orange getting made. The big orange getting made that we don't buy US meat imports. The big orange getting made. Getting mad. Yes, I'm sorry. Getting mad that we don't buy US meat imports. Dude, he gets mad at everything. This is steering too quickly into politics, but he gets mad about the escalator that stopped because his photographer tripped a sensor. Like, I don't know. It would be funny if it wasn't reality. I find it funny that they joined on an account that they created same day as joining on the day after their timeout would have ended. Yeah. If you're thinking of the same person that I am, Farbos, then yes, you're correct. American meat industry has a pretty bad reputation internationally for good reason. Yeah, as it should. Our food standards suck. Finish my pizza. There's a pile of pepper on my plate. Pizza pile pepper. Pizza pepper. Pepper pile. Pepper pile pizza plate. If you DM me and said, hey man, sorry for being a prick, I would unban him. Yeah, I mean, Discord users don't do that. just very funny. It is very funny. I think, honestly, Farbos, I think we can just ban that guy for ban evasion. DM me the name so that I know we're on the same page. And if we are, I think we just ban him for ban evasion. Pepperoni pepper pizza plate pile. Pepper pile of pepperoni pepper pizza plate. Ethan, pipe down. I'm trying to watch a stream. Sorry, my fault. Yep, that's it, Farbos. We on the same page with that one. I was told by an outside source. Why did they get banned in the first place? Let me pull up the ban log. It was something to do with like them just being a fucking asshole in general chat. Farbos DM'd me about it and I was like, I don't care, man. Started talking about recent events, being rude to someone, proceeded to call the mod the C word, the Australian C word. So after I timed him out for a day, he left the server, DM'd me a picture of my profile, and then insta-blocked me. Which honestly deserved. Friggin' moderating Discords. Something else. I don't know how Farbos is still doing it. I don't think he understands the concept between being a jester and being a little freakazoid. The best part of all this is you never know if they're an actual child or a 30-year-old man-child. True. Probably should be a bit more careful in voice. I do cuss a lot. For the record, we don't care about you cussing. I don't give a shit. The problem really comes from a mod saying, hey, let's not do this thing that we don't want happening in the server. And then you... I hate to say disrespecting them because it sounds like some fucking cringe. I'm a cringe fucking, I'm a Discord mod, but you get the idea. I don't give a shit if you cuss. All I ask is that you just remain respectful of every member in the community in the Discord. You can be disrespectful to me all you want. I 100% don't deserve your respect a lot of times. Just be generally pleasant to be around. In fact, don't even have to be pleasant to be around. Just don't be unpleasant. I'm getting that outer... Brandon, you getting that Outer Wilds itch. You buy Astroneer? I have not yet, but I can. Brandon, if you want to play Outer Wilds, I will end this stream so fast. I will unironically press the stop stream. I want to do one thing first, and then I will stop streaming immediately. I think I want to wait one more day. Fair. Fair enough. Fair enough. You can play that game with friends. Outer Wilds, no. So this was actually one of my favorite things that I did. Every night, basically every night that I was there, I think most nights I was there, we would sit down and just hang out. It would be me, Brandon, and Brandon's girlfriend, Adriana. And we would just kind of sit and watch YouTube or just like talk or something like that. And then Adriana would go to bed because she always had to get up early. And then Brandon and I would scoot on over to his office, and I would plant my ass in a seat, put on a blanket, zip my mouth, and watch him just play Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds is my favorite game of all time. And I can't say anything about it because everything's a spoiler, but you can only experience Outer Wilds for the first time once. So, I really enjoy watching other people play it because it allows me to live vicariously through them to experience the game for the first time, kind of. So I watched Brandon almost every minute that he played Outer Wilds for the duration of the time that I was there. And so, I'm at the point where I need to watch him finish it. I need to watch him finish the damn game. Literally no idea what Outer Wilds is. You're the perfect candidate to play that game then. Everything is a spoiler. This is why I force my wife to play almost every single player game I've enjoyed. The thing is, though, like, I can keep enjoying if I really love a single player game, I can just play it again because there's a level of gameplay that keeps me coming back. The thing with Outer Wilds is that the way that it is structured, you physically can never experience it or do another playthrough the same way ever again. So really the only way to continue interacting with it in that same way is to watch other people play it. It is one of the most fascinating games I have ever come across and hope maybe even ever will come across. He used to watch me play 22 plus hours of me carrying him in Destiny, which to be fair is definitely not the same kind of bond. Dude, the Destiny days were something else. That's how Farbos and I know each other, in case you didn't know. He was an early member of a clan that me and Ty made. And I think I actually still have the recordings of us raiding for the first time. I do. I have... Oh. I only have 4 gigabytes of Destiny files. Maybe I moved it somewhere else. Wait, what happened? I only have 30-second clips. What happened to, like, my full-ass recording? I had a full-ass recording of us raiding Spire of Stars, I think it was. I must have moved it somewhere else. Did I move it? Maybe it's on my It's not on my SSD. Is it? No. Where is it? Valorant? No. Maybe I deleted. I might have deleted it. Now I'm curious, what is this game? Outer Wilds, if I could... I need to describe it in as few words as possible to make you not know too much about it, but still enough words to see if you would be interested in it. It is a space exploration game where you must uncover the secrets of the solar system that you live in. If that sounds even remotely interesting to you, I highly recommend that you play Outer Wilds. It is not going to be a game for everybody, but if you vibe with it, you will really vibe with it. It's one of those games where not everyone enjoys it, but if you enjoy it, you are really gonna enjoy it. You want a real throwback? I still have the old Clan theme song Ty made. Holy shit. I forgot we even had a theme song. Please, Farbos, I need you to send me that so I can listen to it after stream. Because I forgot that even existed. Is it anything like Blueprints? Blueprints. Oh, is this that roguelite puzzle game? One of my friends really wanted me to play this. I don't think it's like Blueprints. Maybe it is. I'm the kind of guy who's into Undertale. I'll probably give it a shot sometime. Highly recommend it. And if you are going to play it, don't watch like anything. Don't watch the trailer. Don't watch someone review it. Don't watch someone play it. Literally check it out. If you're 2 hours in and you're like, hey, this isn't my thing, just refund it on Steam. Because it is the kind of game where me telling you it's a space exploration game kind of robs you of the experience of finding that out for the first time. Like loading into the game and going through all of that. Phenomenal game. Love it. It's incredible. Savor every second. Savor every second. Farbos, you... Holy shit, I forgot Ty made us a theme song. I'm gonna listen to that later. That is crazy. Blueprints was really fun to watch. I'm not sure if I'd like to play a game like that. As far as I'm aware, Blueprints is far more puzzle oriented. I cannot believe I leave for 10 days and Steam updates their UI for the first time in what, like 15 years? I can't believe it. I like having clear things to do, otherwise I get easily overwhelmed. Yeah, maybe Outer Wilds wouldn't be the best for you then. Outer Wilds, I guess what I could say is think about like Subnautica, where there's no like checkpoints. There's no specific clear waypoints for you to go. The game doesn't push you in a specific direction most of the time. It's kind of left for you to explore at your own pace. You ever played Sekiro? I haven't. I'm not a huge fan of Souls-like games. But I have heard amazing things about Sekiro. Ooh, actually, this Destiny 2, The Edge of Fate. What is this? I thought they said they were done. I thought they said they were done with DLCs. I don't fucking... Wasn't there a Humble Bundle that was like the Destiny DLCs? Actually, I want to check. I saw something about that somewhere. Humble Bundle. What is in the Humble Bundle currently? Lego. a $15 for a whole shit ton of Lego games, I might do that. That is actually sick. Physics, Remedy games, Lone Survivors. Oh, maybe not. Critter Chaos. Holy shit. $14, you get Temtem, Farewell North, Cassette Beasts. Wait, that's sick. That's a great deal. $14 for literally just Cassette Beasts would be worth it. But Temtem too? I loved Temtem. Indie, Shovel Knight. Gosh, Humble Bundle is so sick. Lone Survivor Bundle. What's in this one? I don't really care about any of that stuff. It does have Breathage. Breathage was cool. I wonder if Breathage would scratch that Outer Wilds itch. Breathage seems far more like Space Subnautica, though. We'll see. Edge of Fate is this year's expansion. I thought they were done with expansions. I caved last month and bought it. It was very fun for a while, but Destiny is like genuinely super dead soon. I have not cared about Destiny since the end of the Witness stuff. The Witness stuff was what I cared about. That was the end of the story that I wanted to see. I actually still haven't even seen it because I've kept myself unspoiled in case I ever decide to play the DLC. And that's the end of the... I don't care. I don't give a shit what the echoes are or what the freaking Vex were doing that one season or what the world... What is it? I don't care what Edge of Fate is. I don't give a shit. That's the problem with games that go on forever. It's like you reach the conclusive Avengers Endgame style story or finale of the story, and then you expect people to still care after that. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. You told your story. It's time to pack it up. They did kind of cook with Final Shape. That's what I heard. I heard it was great. I know nothing about it because I was like, maybe I'll buy it one day and maybe I'll play it. I still don't know much about it. I'm going to keep it that way. And I don't give a shit about anything after Final Shape. Destiny community's fine. Only thing I can fault them on is not actually showing Bungie that their shit just doesn't stand anymore. Freaking Destiny's lore is unmatched. It is so sick. Did you ever play Nightfall? No. Lightfall? No. I don't even own Witch Queen. I'm kind of waiting to see if they put out like a bundle of those 3 DLCs specifically and then discount it, because I would maybe buy that. Ooh, Lightfall is $1.49 right now. That is sick. Witch Queen is $3 right now. How is Lightfall cheaper than Witch Queen? I don't really understand that. I'd buy Witch Queen and Nightfall for a collective $5. Absolutely. Destiny 2 Legacy Collection. Ooh, wait. The Legacy Collection is exactly what I wanted. The Legacy Collection is all DLCs up to Final Shape, and it's currently $9 on Steam. I would get that. I'm going to add that to my cart right now. I'll do that. That's cool. And then also, actually, now, since I'm on Steam, might as well friggin' throw in Astroneer to the cart. It's $4 on G2A. I don't want to go through G2A, man. I hate G2A. Also, Sledding Game has a demo out. I want to add that to my library. I'm making this game. Shout out Sledding Game. Is there anything else on sale that I want? You're a freak. I'm not a freak. Everything on G2A was bought with stolen credit cards. It's only a matter of time before I buy something that they deactivate when they find that shit out. I just would rather... It's $5 to buy it officially. $5 extra. Astroneer. It's in my cart, Brandon. As if I need to spend any more money. As if I need to spend any more money from my freaking hoodie, whale shark, headphones, and I found this guy at Walmart today. Went into Walmart expecting to find nothing. I find fucking Onyx Prime sitting on the shelf. I had to buy him too. Nyx, you seem like the ultimate, and I don't mean this like in a bad way. You seem like you were being the ultimate contrarian right now. Didn't like Forsaken. Didn't like Lightfall. Or not Lightfall. Didn't like Final Shape. Lightfall is the worst DLC by far. I agree, but the mechanics that they added was pretty fun. I did the free intro to Lightfall. Like, they give you the first mission where they give you the new class for 10 seconds just to get you kind of hooked. And it was fun. I'll stop, just my opinion. I'm not asking you to stop. It's okay to be a contrarian. It's not like it's not an inherently bad thing. I would love to play it with you. Yeah, Astroneer, absolutely. Brandon, I'm only buying it because we could play it together. And I mean, you did get me kind of interested in Astroneer with the way that you described it, but yeah, no, Nyx, you're good. You don't have to stop. Strand is cool. Root of Nightmares is fine, but the campaign sucked ass. I know everything about the campaign. I watched Bricky's review on it. Yeah, Lightfall sucked. It was really bad. Witch Queen is peak. Probably the best DLC they dropped. Lightfall was dog shit. Final Shape was on the better end. Do I really want to buy all the DLC? I'm not going to play them, dude. I'm not. I don't give a shit about Witch Queen. I know what happens. I watched the finale. I saw it. Really, all I care about is playing Final Shape. But I feel like I should play the other DLCs to build up to Final Shape. And actually experience all the missions. If you get them, I will play them with you. You'll play through the entirety, not the entirety, but you'll play through some of the old campaigns. I can give you a really good TLDR. Well, that's the thing. I know what happens in Witch Queen. I know about the freaking the traveler giving the light, and the traveler getting trapped in her dimension, and then you have to beat her so that she can't trap the guardian or the traveler in the dimension. And then like I know all, and then she dies, but her ghost got away. Oh my god. And then in Lightfall, they go to fucking planet that has people on it, but they didn't know that there was people on it for some reason. And then the whole time it's just the witness sitting in front of the traveler, waiting for them to find the mast, which mysteriously kills the one guy. And then they find the veil, and it's the veil, and it's also the veil. And it's the veil, and then they find the veil, and then they cut the thing open, and they cut the thing open, and then it's a big triangle in the sky, and it's like, who the fuck cares? I don't care. And then we go inside the traveler, and it's like, whoa. Dude, I watched so many videos of people being like, what the fuck is the veil? We don't know what the veil is. You can tell us what the veil is? What's the veil? What's that about? Hey, the veil? What's that about? The worst part is the main character from Lightfall you interact with is a Reddit bisexual. Yeah, fucking shirtless. 9-foot tall shirtless guy. I forget his name. Or I forget their name. We still don't really know what the veil is. The veil is like the traveler, but it's bad. But it's the darkness. It's the traveler, but it's the darkness. It's the veil. Guys, it's the veil. Why does the veil make it so that you can cut into the traveler? I don't know. It's the veil. Fuck, that was a bad DLC. Wasn't it the conspiracy theory that Witch Queen was supposed to have Strand because Strand is green and it's like witchy and stuff? So Witch Queen was supposed to have Strand, and then it was supposed to go straight into Final Shape, and Final Shape was supposed to be like everything from Lightfall, but it wasn't ready, so they just spun off Lightfall and then put Strand into it for no reason other than to push back Final Shape. I remember that being a conspiracy for a little bit, and I fully believe that shit. There is no way they constructed Lightfall from the ground up. No, this is what it was. Lightfall was the name of the final DLC that they teased. And then the final shape, they like pinned on to the end of it. So like Lightfall was supposed to be the end, and I'm assuming it would have been Final Shape and Lightfall all together. But everything from Final Shape wasn't ready, so they had to fucking spin it off into its own thing. And then they took Strand from Witch Queen and put it in Lightfall to make Lightfall more interesting. And that's why Lightfall shit. Because you cannot tell me that Strand was not supposed to be in Witch Queen. I watched a whole video on this. There was like parts in Witch Queen where you like got some buff that didn't make any sense. And it was like, it only made sense for them to give you Strand at that point, but it didn't because they took Strand out. I can explain to you what the veil is. Isn't it just the traveler, but for the darkness? No, that's what I understood it to be. It was some like thing that the precursors used to merge themselves into the witness, and it was like basically just the traveler, but like the dark traveler. Not in the sense that it's alive, but like they were linked somehow, or they were two parts of the same coin. They got like split off from each other. Also, shout out my internet just being tanked for the past 2 minutes now. This is really sick. I love dropping. For me, when you have a story with that's mysterious, that you keep secret for 10 years, you're almost sure to be a letdown in the end. It's kind of like, yeah, I mean, yeah, inherently. But also, the fact that you have this overarching villain that is so unfathomably powerful as to have the ability to make planets in the solar system go away and fuck off to who knows where. The fact that they have that villain, and then we defeat that villain, and then they're like, well, now there's more. It's like, why would I care about anything else? Because it's not going to be even remotely anywhere near as powerful as that villain. Oh no, it's going to end the universe if the Vex do this thing that they were doing, the Song of the Collective or whatever. It's like, I don't care. The Witness was going to destroy the universe. It's always some universe-ending threat. I don't give a shit, man. Also, internet, please. I am begging you. Can we not do this right now? I love that it spikes up to like 1.5 times the kilobits per second that I have set, and it's still dropping frames. Like, I love how I have it set to 8,000 kilobits, and then it spikes up to 12,000 and it still drops all the frames. I think Final Shape had the chance to be the best DLC they released, but Lightfall ruined it for everybody. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm sick of everyone trying to have their 10-year story. I'm sick of every company nowadays trying to come up with some story that never ends because it's some never-ending minefield of money. And it's like, okay, sure, but after a while, I'm not going to care. And then when you do finish it, since you don't want to lose your money revenue stream, you just make more shit after that. And it's like, I don't care. To be honest, I still don't really get why the Witness did the Witness type shit. I'm upset at the Traveler for leaving me. Or leaving us, I guess. Generations long beef will do that to you, I guess. I don't know, man. And then they have the gall to think that I'm going to care about some person who's controlling the Vex now. It's like, I don't give a shit, man. End your story. Go out on a good note. You don't need to make infinite money. Let's just leave it there. Same with Valorant. Same with Apex Legends. Same with Fortnite. Same with all these games that had a story, concluded the story, and then kept going with the story. This conversation is making me realize why I appreciate Outer Wilds so much. Gall mentioned? Overwatch literally just dropped and picked up their story constantly with even more fucked writing each time. Marvel genuinely did untold amounts of damage to the ability for humans to tell a singular story. Just like Fortnite ruined games' abilities to release something that doesn't have a battle pass. Fortnite ruined that. Marvel ruined movies and like storytelling in general. Because now instead of creating like a really tightly written, well-made 1-out-of-1 movie, everyone has to get their franchises going so that they can make infinite entries and infinite money. And I'm just so sick of it. I stopped caring about Fortnite story years ago. I used to be like genuinely interested in the Fortnite lore. And then they ended one of the seasons by killing everybody with like metal ooze and then just like dropping that storyline completely. Like that was the last we saw of anyone. There was like a little bit of a cliffhanger with one of the characters escaping the metal ooze, and then we never heard anything about it ever again. Played the newest Overwatch hero last night. They just keep adding characters that are too good. Power creep is a hell of a thing. The last 2 supports they've added are game-breaking busted. Yeah. I remember when Overwatch 2 came out and they added Junker Queen, Kiriko, and Sojourn. And they were like genuinely well-designed, fun-to-play heroes. It's not power creep, though. It's only the supports. So you're telling me, after years of being in the Overwatch community and playing support and suffering through the lack of anything to help our kits out, you're telling me that supports are now the most game-breakingly busted things in the entire game? Played Overwatch 2 for about 1 year. I played from when it released until they announced that single player was gone. The second that they announced that they weren't doing single player anymore, I quit the game and I haven't picked it up since. I still have like $20 of unused credits in my account. I don't care. Fucking stupid developers removing everything that made Overwatch 2 after abandoning their original game for years to develop Overwatch 2. Can't support it. Nope, not going back. But like, I spent that entire year being a support and just suffering through metas that were anti-support in every single way. And my teammates were just not understanding of what supports have to go through. And there were dive tanks, and there was all this shit. And so you're telling me now that supports are game-breakingly busted, and the only thing that has power creep? That's insane. That hurts. That hurts bad. The experience changed with your elo. That makes sense. Tank feels like ass, which sucks because tank is the only class I enjoyed playing. I have heard that. I've heard that tanks suck to play nowadays. I know Marvel Rivals is still doing good, but I have not touched that game since they reworked Jeff. Jeff was like the one character I found fun in that game. And then they like butchered him into the ground, and I haven't touched the game since. I don't care. I think it's time that we stop pretending that Overwatch type games are sick. I'd rather play 10 games of Overwatch 2 than a single round of Marvel Rivals. See, I'm the opposite. I'd rather play 10 games of Marvel Rivals. At least Marvel Rivals has a fun factor to it for me. Overwatch 2 just reminds me of the genuine shit that the developers would give us week in and week out every single time. I might watch someone play Outer Wilds. Is it a fun game to watch? No. The fun in the game is you playing through it. Watching someone else play it will deliver a wildly different and less enjoyable experience. And that is, I am confident about that. What's up, Charlie? Welcome on in. Is it fun because it's fresh, or is it more fun comparatively? It's more fun comparatively because the devs don't really give a shit about balancing stuff, so everything is so broken that nothing is, and it still feels fun. But no, I genuinely only play Marvel. I play Marvel Rivals because I refuse to go back to Overwatch. I'm not giving the devs another minute of my time. I wasn't even like a dedicated Overwatch fan, and I felt so burned by everything that they did year 1 and 2 of Overwatch 2 that I will never go back. Kind of like I swore off of Rocket League for 4 years once they removed trading, and now recently I've started playing it again, which feels awful because fuck Epic Games for ruining Rocket League. But does it involve a lot of reading? Yeah, Outer Wilds involves a lot of reading. Most of the time I'm just playing more single player games with the occasional party time with friends. Yeah, I just don't fucking agree that, or not, it's not that I don't agree with you. I just don't, I don't even know why I said agree. I just don't enjoy multiplayer games in general nowadays. It sucks to spend your time logging onto a multiplayer game because every time I do it, listen, I'm good at Rocket League. I'm not going to pretend I'm the best out there, but I made it to the top of Champ 3. Not the highest that you can get, but certainly like top 2% probably, I think. I think that's the rank distribution. Like, I am objectively good at Rocket League. And I end every session playing Rocket League feeling like shit. And every fucking multiplayer game out there, I end feeling like shit. Because I had a teammate who was going off on me because I was like not playing as good as they thought I should, or because the game itself is just shit, or because the matchmaking is bad, or this, that, and the third thing. I feel like I leave every single multiplayer game just feeling bad. I feel the same way with League, except I'm not in the top 2%. I'm in the top 40. This is why I play games like Minecraft and Skyrim. Yeah, this is why my most played game recently is fucking Super Auto Pets. Technically a multiplayer game, but a fun one. Because it's just me. And it's not like a terribly sweaty game. I love Super Auto Pets. It's so much fun. What was I just going to look up? Right. Rocket League rank distribution. So I am Champ 3. Champ 3 is... Why won't this website load? There we go. Champ 3 in doubles is the top 4% of players. So I'm in the top 4% of Rocket League, and I can't come out of that game ever feeling good about myself. Which is crazy because I'm top 4%. That's good. That is objectively good. I want another Animal Crossing. I just want to get back into Animal Crossing. I still have an emulator on my computer. I mean, I have a completely legal way to play Animal Crossing on my computer. My recent stuff has been all roguelikes. My recent stuff is Super Auto Pets, a little bit of Rocket League, but not a ton because it pisses me off. Risk of Rain 2, Bloons. I can just look at my Steam recently played. Problem with League's rank distribution is that any low-level ELO player can get to Diamond by just spamming games. That sucks. League is one of those games I could never play because it feels like a game that I just have so little impact in. Like Rocket League, I'm ranking up in 2v2, so at least there's a good chance that like if my teammate's really bad, I can step up and actually play it. Like play good. But in League, there's no stepping up and carrying, I feel like. My recent games are Super Auto Pets, Rocket League, Outer Wilds, Risk of Rain, No Man's Sky, Bloons, and RoboQuest, and a little bit of Hollow Knight, and Peak. If I had the free time and the willingness to do it, I could get to Emerald by the end of the year. Yeah, Varbos? I would like to see that. I wouldn't like to see that. I would hate to see that. I think you should stop playing League. Problem with carrying in League is that you have to be playing a carry champ, and you have to be playing a role that can allow you to carry, and you have to pray your team doesn't throw the game. So it doesn't sound like you can really carry. Like in Rocket League, if I have a teammate who's throwing, I'm not going to win the game, but I can at least put up a decent fight. Even if my teammate is doing absolutely nothing. I can put up a decent fight, maybe get a goal or two. But it seems like in League, there's just like no chance. You can only carry if you are truly piss stomping the enemy team. Yeah, I don't like... I really, really don't enjoy it. And it's kind of what I felt with Overwatch too, because there was no way to solo carry in Overwatch. And it's not that I have to solo carry, but I just despise being reliant on a team. I absolutely despise queuing in with 5 random people and then just expecting them to like play okay enough that we can maybe win. And then if they aren't playing okay enough, there's not really anything I can do. I just kind of have to sit back and accept it. Overwatch is easier to solo. Yeah, it's easier to solo. It's still not very easy. Play tank and be good, but if your supports aren't helping you out, then and the other team is remotely competent, you're dead every time. I like the gameplay of MOBAs, but in a different format. I got my MOBA fix with Pokemon Unite. There was a period of like 2 weeks where I just hard grinded to get to Master Ball rank in Pokemon Unite. And that was enough for me to say, yeah, I think I'm done with MOBAs. That, not my thing. Unless it was like a third-person MOBA, like Gigantic was. But Gigantic, the devs flopped the fucking... They flubbed the re-release, so that game didn't take off. And then there's like there's what's the game called? There's Deadlock, but that game I also feel useless in. Like if my team starts doing bad, there's nothing I can do. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you showed me the thumbnail and title of the Blade Bias video game Balisong suck video, you could have gaslit me into believing the video was uploaded a year ago. Yeah, you could kind of do that with any Blade Bias video because the thumbnails are not very unique and the titles are also not very unique. Kind of the point of the channel. You know what? There's only 5 of you left. I'm playing Super Auto Pets, man. We can still chat. I'll still be here. Super Auto Pets is not a very involved game, but I'm playing Super Auto Pets, man. I want to play Super Auto Pets. Should I get the new Create with Nabali's when it drops? I don't know. We should probably wait to see what it actually looks like when it's done. How it flips when it's done. I would say wait for initial reviews, but then if you like it, run it. Ethan, when are we going to play games again? What do you want to play, Farbos? Where's my banner? Did I turn off my banner? There it is. It's like 1:45 in the US. Nope, 12 o'clock. Is this gonna pick up? There we go. Yeah, Farbos, what do you want to play? We can play stuff. How do I get back into the creative groove for uploading and streaming to YouTube? There's not really a way that I can tell you, unfortunately. Holy shit, that is insane. I'll take that. The Boasty fangirls. Yeah, that's not really something like you just gotta be. You gotta have the inspiration. If you don't have the inspiration, you can't force it to happen. And if you do have the inspiration, that's when you run it. Okay, I'm gonna wait to buy him. Buy him just for fucking filling in, I guess. I'm gonna put you at the front. We're gonna have the tank at the back to clean up. And then we're gonna run it. I recognize your profile picture, Nix. Come on, Mosquito. You couldn't have hit one of the 3 1-healths in the match, and we lose. That sucks. No, you're good, Nix. I didn't read it out, so I can understand you saying it again. Let's do this guy. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Bang. And then we're gonna mana farm. You're useless. We're gonna mana farm the fish, I guess. We're gonna give it some more health. We should actually be mana farming that guy, and then we'll do that. I get this massive boost of creative juice, but then it goes away after 10 to 15 minutes. Happens in the middle of my workday. Sometimes if it's that short, it might not truly be like a creative rush. It might just be that you're bored doing what you're doing. Because I felt like that sometimes when I would do like schoolwork. You know, I'm doing homework and then literally anything else in the world is more interesting than that. And then as soon as I stop doing schoolwork, it's like I kind of lose all that focus. So I don't think I'm not sure, again, I'm not speaking for you because I can't speak for you, but if in that situation, I would be thinking, okay, maybe this isn't like a creative rush more than it is I'm just kind of bored doing what I'm doing. Ooh, wait, this is actually sick. So I can get you. I can get you. And we can like mega farm mana on this guy. I need one more pet to make this work. Yeah, I need a very specific pet, and then we will... Yes, I need that guy. And then we'll be off to the races. No way, Super Auto Pets? Super Auto Pets is fire. Look at that, 18 damage on the mana. Let's go. So we can do you. We can get rid of you. We can put you there. And then this guy is going to, like, mega juice this guy. And then this guy is going to create a nuke when he dies. That's the hope. That is the hope. This is the engine with which my team will flourish. Not trying to viewer count Andy here, but you went from okay, you last 5, you're getting Super Auto Pets, into 11 viewers. I did. I don't know, man. It feels like sometimes when I'm, like, actually doing something instead of just sitting there talking, people come in and start getting interested. Also, I should have paid attention. I don't know where I went wrong there, because that felt like it should have been pretty good. No valid targets. Awesome. We're going to go you. We're going to go you. We're going to hope that we get something useful here. But we didn't. I think next play is to get rid of this guy. He's only giving 3 mana. That's not a lot. Do this. And then do... I would love to see another mana pet come up. Low-key tough to even freestyle new combos sometimes. Very. I get in a big rut where I'm like, I can only flip the stuff I already know. Alright, this team is not working nearly as well as I thought it would. Bang, bang. I need to level this guy up. Friend summon, give it 3. That sucks. I'm going to give you that. I wonder when the fellow is going to join back on another ult account or if he's going to take the hint. Oh, did you get him? Oh, you couldn't have hit the camel, dude. God damn it. You see the vision, though? You see the vision? I genuinely didn't think we were going to win that. I feel like I've seen this game before. Super Auto Pets kind of popped off, I want to say last year. Dang it, give the nearest friend behind +2 health. That would be useful. Would it be more useful than 3 mana, though? I'm going to freeze and roll. This would be sick, but I think on a different team. If I just had some other mana pet. Mana, none of these are mana. Okay, I'm done rolling, that's it. So I'm going to, I think it's time to get rid of this guy. But first, +1/+1, I'm gonna give to you. Give this to you. I don't know if you can IP ban on Discord, Farbos. Wow, we literally just lost to Big Orangutan. That's it. God, I'm not enjoying the rolls that I'm getting. I think it's time. We sell you, we do you. Upgrade you. Upgrade E. Okay, what would do more? Gain 2 bonus mana, works 2 times per turn. Give the second nearest friend ahead. So I think it would be better to upgrade him. Oh, okay. This would actually be way better than this guy. We're going to save those guys. Save you, and then go. Look at whatever Banks or Mystic is doing. I mean, that's the best way to get... Wow, my team just got fucking folded. I thought that was a good team. That's a good way to get inspired, is to watch people who you enjoy flip. I'm gonna try and build that team up again, but I want both of these guys, and I want to do this, and I'm gonna hope that the birds both get onto that guy. All right, one of them did. That's fine. Let's do it the flabbergasted skaters. So you went kayaking twice in 1 year. How was it? Less scary the second time? I'm a dip. I'm dead sick. I hope you feel better, Apples. Good luck on your homework. I hope you feel better. Just do this. We'll wait to upgrade them until next turn. And then literally just... I guess I'll combine these guys. And I'll buy a goose. It wasn't super scary the first time, just the weather was scary. The second time it was way, way nicer weather. I wouldn't say either time was particularly scary, but it was definitely maybe a little bit... I can't even say it was more relaxed the second time. It was a really good... It was a really good kayaking session both days. I can literally juice the fuck out of this guy. Brandon's still here. There was one particularly stressful point where Brandon and his girlfriend got stuck on a rock and I had to go ahead in the rapids on my own, but kind of crushed it. Kind of hit that shit. Boom, boom. I think we can get rid of the bird. And then we do this. So now we have this guy getting mana here, mana here, mana here. Still don't really have anything to do with that mana, though, which kind of sucks. Boost his health. That sucks. You did great. Thanks. I got real lucky. Now that is what we want. Okay. I'm going to get rid of you. I'm going to buy you. We're going to juice him with mana. Give you squash. And then maybe buy that guy. Oh, yes, that's it. This is the engine by which my team will win. We do need that bird guy at the back, though, that we found last game. I'm not seeing him anywhere. I am going to give you more health for the fun of it. Kayaking's fun. It's incredibly fun. Obviously, like, if you have some place that's super rapidsy, like whitewater rafting I could never do. Whitewater kayaking, I guess. Freeze you. I need to find that bird. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Boom. Boom. Give frontmost friend +6 attack, +6 health. I'm gonna remove 40% health from the highest enemy. I think right now this is the better thing. Sell you, buy you, feed you, and then hope we get the bird next turn. Alright, Ethan, I'm going to bed. Good night, Forbos. Play games with me, but you're responsible for reaching out to play games, and if you don't, I will make sure you're to blame, not me. That sounds healthy. Good night, Farbos. Good night, Evanstide. Have a good one, guys. I wouldn't have thought there would be places to kayak in Atlanta. There's a river that flows basically like straight through the area. There is that bird, that fucking bird that I hate. But wait, because that was last turn, this doesn't count, but I'm still gonna do it. He gives everyone pears, and then I can replace him for that fucking bird that I hate next turn. Bang. That fucking bird that I hate. Sell you. Buy you. Get that. Sell you. Buy you. Sell you. Buy you. Buy you. Freeze you. Freeze you. Kind of nervous about moving there next year. Hopefully there's stuff to do. There's a disgusting amount of things to do in Atlanta. I think you'll be fine. Oh, we lost. That sucks. Is this not gonna work as well as I thought it would? Because I realized that every time that fucking bird that I hate takes this guy gives a perk here. He gives himself 3 mana. And then that fucking bird that I hate takes away the 3 mana. So instead of juicing himself up every time he attacks, it takes it away, and then he spawns something less scary when he dies. I think that fucking bird that I hate is bad. I think it might be. I'm just gonna do a deep line sniper in the links. Juice it up a little bit. Unfreeze, freeze you, freeze you. We'll upgrade this guy next turn, and then he'll be unstoppable. I think this is the play. I just need something that does better mana than this. That's a good thing, right? Yeah, there is so much to do. It's a good thing. I mean, there's restaurants to go to, friggin' rotating sushi places. I love Atlanta. There's arcades and bamboo forests and all this crazy shit. Holy hell. More mana. Don't like any of these guys. I don't want to freeze him. Bang. Now, it would be great. Oh, give me that. Should probably replace this guy for this guy. Yes. Okay. Replace this guy for this guy, because it's only going to lose me 2 mana on this guy. And then mega juice this guy so that he does a shit ton of damage. I think that's the play. Yeah, it's an incredibly jam-packed place to do a lot of different things. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. So now, get rid of you. Throw you up there. Give that... Oh, shit. I misplayed. This guy is gonna give him the thing, and then it's gonna replace that. That sucks. That's wasted money. That's okay. It's fine. That's not fine. I'm gonna give this to this guy. The links. Fuck it. Ooh, it's big and bad, and actually, no, it's actually great. It's really sick. It's cool. There we go. Bang. Still 2 hearts. 3 more wins needed. 2 more wins needed. Let's fucking go. That fucking bird that I hate. I'm gonna change you for you. I'm going to give you health, and that's gonna be my turn. Holy shit, I can't beat that. That sucks. That really sucks. That's why that fucking bird that I hate is so good. Just not on this specific team. Frontmost friend, 1 mana. Please check out the aquarium. Absolutely. Spend mana to gain 3 trumpets. That would be a fun one to build around. I don't know, man. There's nothing I can really do here. Yeah. Boom, boom. Boom. If I survive this, I'll replace the crow with this guy. He's only giving 6. This guy would give 10, technically. So we have a line, but I don't think we make it past this turn. Yeah, we absolutely don't make it past this turn. What the fuck is this? How in the hell did you get an owl that big? And a worm that big? Are you kidding me? Alright. 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 Just another day for Torbeck. The draconic, the purple chunks, the imported ice cubes. The imported ice cubes. Big win. It's technically a tie, but still, I'll take it. Tying in the early game is definitely worth it. Do I even want a pig? No, I don't even know why I froze him. I want you. I want you. I want you. I want there. I'm actually... Yeah, let's do it. Just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score. Torbeck is interested. Alright, so sell. Frontmost friend 2 mana. Change him to the front. Buy. Sell. Freeze. Roll. Commander Mander. No. No. Yes. 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 Cool. Time for bed. Thanks for the fun stream tonight. Have an lovely night. Bye, Brandon. Thanks for stopping by. It was good talking to you. It's been so long since we've seen each other. Bang. This team's crushing. Keep up the momentum. Keep up the momentum. So, what we can do here, we can get rid of you. We can put you here. We can put you here. We can sell you. We can put you there. I don't know what it means to get a treasure chest, but let's find something that we can replace him with. We can do... you. Oh. Well, there goes my toy. Oh, well. Put you back here. Put you right there by you. Okay. I don't know what this treasure map does. So I'm in a level 1 treasure chest. What are we playing? Risk of Rain here? What are we doing? I guess he doesn't have to be at the front anymore, which means we could just force it down mid like we've been trying this whole time. Let's do it. Super down to force it down mid. That was not worth it. Holy shit. And you know what? We're gonna fucking that fucking bird that I hate. I should have bought the penguin, damn it. Ooh. Okay. Torbeck is interested. Look at all that mana. So now the bird sustains him, and then when he dies, he just launches some massive projectile somewhere on their team. Treasure chest. Stock 1 free pet from tier 2 as a 4/4 level 3. That doesn't sound that good. That doesn't really sound like it was worth it, but oh well. Oh well, that's okay. Just another day for Torbeck. Sorry, I'm in big funny reference mode. Yeah, he just launches an 18 damage nuke after he dies, which honestly I'm okay with. Freaking do that. Not worth. Cool. What are you? Summon 1 level 1 ocarina. I don't know what that is. Don't really care to find out either. Oof, that sucks. Alright, treasure chest. Here it is. Wow, we got a 4/4 Mander. I don't even have a cell friend. Wow. He's free. Do I care? Not really, honestly. I could buy him. He's literally more worth the 1 gold that I could get by claiming him and then selling him. But yeah, I don't want that. Before battle. This is perfect. Because it's going to get rid of this pie anyway. And I can't give him anything else, so it's only worth it to give him a 4/4 boost. Oh, we see the line. Are we seeing the line yet? I think we're seeing the line. Do that. Really just looking for level ups. Also, freeze, buy. Freeze. If I could get this guy to level 2, then I could put this guy back here. Nice. Honestly, it might be worth this. Yeah. Actually, no, I don't even need him. I just need to get this. I need to get this guy to level 2, because then this guy will start juicing both of these guys. So, in that case, get you. Also, give someone a... I'll give him a grape. No, that's not worth it. Literally just need upgrades for my first... There we go. Need 1 more after that, and then we're good. Wow, we tied that. Okay. Bang, bang, bang. Bang. Oh, it might even be worth doing that guy. But he's not going to have... No, he's not going to have a chance to build up mana. Because this guy's going to take away all the mana that he gets with the Kremby. Not the Kremby, the Rambutan. Rambutan. Holy fish. That fucking fish that I hate. that's a loss. Ultimately, what happens is the people with the most health, the rich do get richer, as they say. The rich do get richer. This is not going well for me. I just need to boom. I need to start juicing my guys up. How do people keep getting Big Owl? Please, I need to know. Why is Big Owl like a genuine strategy? I have so much invested on him. Honestly, get rid of you. Take you. Give you to you. No. Why do you? Ooh. That means he gets even more mana. That's the end. That's the end for the imported ice cubes. Damn. All right, I'm done. I'm done running it down mid with that strategy. That strategies don't work. The untouched citizens. Ooh. Big win. We're gonna have 2 level ups next turn. Yes. All right, we get a level up there. I guess we're running it again. Level up there. We're gonna get you. That treasure chest is just not worth it. All right. Could maybe go for level 3 goose for the achievement. That would be fun. Cool. Got another level up. I'm gonna wait on that one, but I will combine these guys so I can put you there. Don't need you. I maybe should have kept you. Okay, it's giving me so many fish. I probably could have made a tier 3. How is that guy's fish so big? How is the trout so large? Oh, that is just the wrong thing. Holy shit. Sick. I don't know what the hell happened there, but... Oh, 3 enemies faint. Do I have an end turn? No. Maybe I could get that bird. That other bird that I hate. Honestly, 2 of them would be insane, right? Big mosquito is a play. God damn it. Big mosquito. Oh, here we go. Okay. I see. I see the line. I see the line. He goes here. We can sell you. Move you back. Put you there. Boom. 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 Big mosquito. Big skeeter. I'm kind of dying to know how people get big owl. But I will maintain my composure for now. Stay on this line that we've found ourselves on. This is level 2 for that guy, which is sick. I really want to win with a mana-based team. I've never really won with a mana strategy. Boom, boom, boom. 2 of these guys? Hell to the hell, yeah. Oh, hell yeah, we're winning. Big mosquito comes in for the clutch. Oh. Bye, big mosquito. I'm sorry. Get you back there. We get you. You. I guess this will work. Yeah, we'll see. Nice. Take a tie. Tie is okay. That, we can do this. Oh, look at those that were spawning. This could be the engine that makes our team go round. Could be, could be. What the fuck? Dude, where are people getting these owls from? I need to know where the owls are coming from. Holy shit, it's so over. Oh my god, we won. How did we win? Oh my god. Wow, cool. 1-1 on the one pet. That's awesome. $50. Oh my god, you summon a mouse that stocks a free apple, and then you just give the apple to the owl. Alright. If that's how people are winning this week, let's play the game. Let's drop the gloves. The moist astronauts, dust bunnies. That's the most unpleasant thing I can think of. A moist dust bunny. Ugh. Alright, so... honestly, give me this. Nice. Boom. Oh. Oh my god. We are currently we are currently like... oh my god, we are engineered to win this game. We are specifically crafted to win this game. Honestly? What if I just started juicing this mosquito? Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Oh, it replaces the shop entirely. Okay. Oh, this is special engineering here. I hate myself, but too bad. God, this is gross. I can do this. I can feed you. I can buy you. I can sell you. I can buy you. I can sell you. I can roll. And then I can, like, potion. Caramel? I don't know, man. I got the friggin' OP owl, the earliest that I could possibly get it. We are not winning that one. Watch me still lose this. That would be insane, right? Wouldn't even put it past myself. Wouldn't even put it past... Wait, worm. Stock 1, 2 gold apple. Okay. Goodbye, toad. Give me... I can't. I forgot I had this. But whatever. What was that noise? Summon 1 level 1 ocarina. I want to find out what that does. Oh, this is gross. So now we get the mouse. Oh, we get the apple, sorry. Sell the mouse, get some money back, get the other apple. Honestly, let's see what... I want to see what summoning an ocarina does. Oh, wait, that's going to kind of kill us. So raccoon would be fun to start giving an apple to. Because it's going to summon here, and then this isn't going to summon the mouse. Let's just see what it does. Oh, it's a toy. It got rid of my treasure chest. Oh no, that's... I just threw. No, the chocolate! Oh, I'm throwing. It's so over for me. Yeah, it's over for me. I can't. If I win this, it would be an absolute miracle. Yep. Could have won it. Okay. That's enough Super Auto Pets for me for the night. Thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate you hanging out with me on this fine, fine evening. That's going to be it for me. Yeah, nothing else to say there. Ton of stuff in the works for you guys. I hope you're excited, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.